Namaskar, dear devotees and friends. This Wednesday evening, as usual, we'll be reading from the Gospel of Sri Ramakrishna, Panchama Veda, and we are going to read from English 934 and Bengali 1014. Let us begin with this mantra. Tabu kathamritam tapta jivanam kabibhiriritam kalmashapaham stravana mangalam srimadatam bhubi grinanti e bhurida janaha. Now, the Lord is slowly manifesting himself. He was playing under the garb of a human being, and now, just before going from here, closing his divine play, completing his divine play, he liked to reveal himself. Long before, those who have read the biography of Sri Ramakrishna, you know that he disclosed to Ma Sharadamani Devi, when I'll be speaking about myself and staying in the householders' houses and eating their food, know for sure I won't live long. So he was showing that he is going to close his divine play. That they come for a mission, and the mission is to put on the right track. The human life is going towards the happiness. But unfortunately, they mistake the ordinary things, whatever is glittering, they think that is the gold. And they run after that. And after long persuasion, when they reach over there and pick it up and then find it's nothing but a mere the glass. So like that, constantly they are running and exhausting themselves and not reaching to anywhere. And that is called Maya. Who created Maya? God himself. And because of that, now the question sometimes comes, you know, the last week we had a wonderful meeting in the Huntsville, Alabama, where the three schools of Vedanta philosophy were discussed, and again all these questions were coming. How the God who is all pervading can be covered, because we need much bigger thing to cover it. No. We need to cover our eyes so that the whole thing is covered. Like the sun, which is a huge thing, is covered by a small patch of cloud. Because the cloud is just floating in such a position that you or me who is trying to look the sun cannot. So by that way, the small patch of cloud can cover the huge sun. Similarly, some desires, some misunderstanding, some wrong understanding, it's called avidya, we are not coming to that or reaching to the real, the truth. That is exactly what the Bhagavan, and in the Bhagavad Gita also we find this avatar, they don't like to disclose themselves, and one after another they come, and after completing their whole mission, the mission to make the people aware about the divine nature, then they leave and leave it to the people. Then, now we have to understand that, and those who are understanding it, they will reach to the ultimate goal. That in the Bhagavad Gita we find the Arjuna, he was not believing that Krishna is avatar. It's very difficult to believe. He's just living with me, and not the age difference is not much, and they were together, and suddenly how can I accept that he is God? When we hear about someone whom we never met, we imagine, oh, it's a great personality, when he says like this, when he does like that. So they are all, that's why you will find the those who like to be like that will always keep a distance. They will never mix with you. The cinema artist, movie artist, if they come and mix with you, oh, this man, then when you see in the movie, you won't accept that. So obviously, they will be always hiding themselves, keeping away, so that people can have the imagination. The same way. But Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna is not like that. Krishna Bhagavan is not like that. They are coming and mixing with people and growing up and slowly helping them. So obviously Arjuna was having the doubt. Then ultimately he showed him that what he is, the Lord. Then Arjuna accepted, and in a beautiful way he expressed. And he expressed in the Bhagavad Gita, it is there, Ahustva Rishaya Sarve. Rishaya, the rishis, those who are thinkers, they are accepting you or saying that you are the God. Rishaya Sarve. And then Devarshi Naradastata. Those who are gods but at the same time Rishi. One is Rishi. They are researchers, they are thinkers. They are very advanced type of people. So they are saying that no, Krishna is the God. Again, higher than them, who is God himself, and at the same time Rishi, a thinker, he also, who is that? Narada. Devarshi Naradastata. Along with the Narada, he is mentioning Asito, Devala, Vyasa. Asito was a great rishi. Devala also the same. And Vyasa we all know as because he actually in a beautiful way presented the Veda. The Veda was scattered in different places. He sent out his disciples. They collected all those knowledges, that experiences of divine of different rishis. Then he brought it. Some people expressed in the form of a music, song, and some people through stories. So, Rik, Sam, Yaju, Atharva. So he divided and he presented the Vyasa we all know. But the Devala and Asrita, they are also great rishis. Ahustva Rishaya Sarve Devarshi Naradastata Asito Devala Vyasa. Then he mentioned Arjuna, Swayam Chaiva Bravishi Me. O Krishna, you yourself is also mentioning that you are God. Swayam Chaiva. Cha eva. Cha means and. Eva, the truly. You are also. Now everybody, now many people, they go on beating their own drum. Most of the people, they love to do that. Even if they have not done, they will just go on, just to get the appreciation of the people and that much. But Krishna is not like that. Sri Ramakrishna is not like that. So when they say about themselves, that has value. That is the main thing. When they say about it, that has value. So when I am mentioning the name of Krishna, at the same time Sri Ramakrishna, they are from two yuga. Sri Ramachandra came, Satya Yuga was passed, there was no avatara, it was not necessary. All the people, they were mind-born people of the Brahma. So obviously they were all gods and divine. But Treta Yuga started the human, so Treta, and naturally ego came. So we were separated from the God, and the ego made us separated from God, and Sri Ramachandra had to come. And Dwapara Yuga, the Bhagavan Krishna came. He also tried to establish the dharma, and then finally the present Yuga. And this Kali Yuga, in the Surya Siddhanta, they mentioned in the first chapter, 13 verse, 12 verse, 35 and 67, all these verses they mention in this way, the human 1 year is equal to God's 1 day and night. The whole year is God's day and night. And also, our departed soul, our Purva Purusha, say 1 year, human 1 year is the 1 day or night. This Durga Puja is coming. The devoted Hindus, they will go to the Ganga and holy river and they will offer some puja and water for their ancestors. Now, someone was asking, we only give one time and the whole year they are thirsty and hungry. And no, our 1 year is their 1 day. Actually, they are eating every day. When after 1 year you are going and offering, that is the 1 day. So next year you are giving, that is their next day. So that human 1 year is the God's 1 day and night, and 360 years is the 1 year of the God. And naturally, Satya Yuga, now they say the Satya Yuga, it is 1 crore 72 lakhs 8,000 years. And that is the Satya Yuga. Next is reducing. Satya Yuga was longest. And after creating, Brahma was very happy. He never wanted to create any other yuga. But the Lord wanted to have, what is this in the Satya Yuga? All are so good. There is no friction, there is no action, there is not, entertainment is not there. So do something. So he added, in the Satya Yuga, only the good people. Now, so Treta Yuga, he mixed the Rajaguna, so Ravana and all those came. And that was 1 crore 29 lakh 6,000 years that passed. After that, Dwapara Yuga, very interestingly, it is 8 lakh 64,000 years. And Kali Yuga, that is all the shortest, because Kali Yuga is a terrible yuga. All people, mostly they are becoming hypocrites. Whatever they say, actually they don't do that. Majority, so it is Kali Yuga, it is 4,32,000 years. This total, that is the total human year, is 1 yuga. Then 1,000 Chatur Yuga now. All these years total is the 1 Chatur Yuga, called Maha Yuga. This Chatur Yuga, after completion of the Chatur Yuga, like that, 1,000 times Chatur Yuga is a day for Brahma. 1,000. And 1,000 Chatur Yuga again is the night for Brahma. Friends, if you don't like to believe, don't believe, but it is written. So I am just mentioning. 1,000 Chatur Yuga is the one night for the Brahma. And Brahma live 100 years, like that. Now, you have to take out your computer and calculator to have. And when Brahma is dead after 100 years, that is called Pralaya, or the end of everything. So we are coming again and again. These avatars are coming again and again in different form, different name, in different places. This God's power are manifesting things, same things are going on. Satya Treta Dapar Kali, Satya Treta Dapar Kali is going on. Not that every time the Treta Yuga Ram will come, Dapar Yuga Krishna will, nothing like that. Another name, another form, but the same God will come and he will do. This is the yuga, the last yuga for ours. It is the Kali Yuga. We are in the middle of the Kali Yuga. And Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna, who took birth in the 1836, and now it is slowly, this Kali Yuga, we are going through the Kali Yuga and towards the again Satya Yuga. A Satya Yuga is coming. When we had that meeting, there was no songs a singer, and no dances, no drama, no entertainment, pure philosophical discussion, and that too by our Swamis. Will you believe 400 people, 400 plus? They spent, each and everyone individually, they had to spend 1,200 minimum dollar, and they came and they stayed, and right from the Friday evening up to the Sunday morning, not a single seat was empty. Every session, I was thinking next session, less people. They will go to see the museum nearby. None they went there. None of them. Simply somehow they're taking the food, that also in a big line. So I was wondering how much curiosity, how much eagerness, that is thirst for the knowledge. That shows the Satya Yuga. Now the people, those who are there, of course, majority, they're telling the lies and living in a very peculiar life, and their ideas are not very clear. What is dharma, what is God, they do not know. Somehow they jumble up, and so we are confused about religion. And that is why Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna has come, and in a very humble way, he gave his teachings. A small part of that was recorded by Master Mahashaya. All the teachings that he gave to Swami Vivekananda or Brahmananda, all the direct disciples, was not recorded. And the other teachings that he already gave much before this Master Mahashaya came. Master Mahashaya came only for 5 years. That much. Before that also Sri Ramakrishna used to visit so many people. But the person who was accompanying him, I always say, why he could at least write it down, but he didn't think that it will be so important. But Master Mahashaya came and Master Mahashaya recorded this much, and that is sufficient for us. This Gospel of Sri Ramakrishna, all the teachings that he has given for each and every one, any religious people, this is the main thing. What's the first thing? Faith in the existence of God. And second, sincerity to achieve the goal. This much. It is not only for the Hindus, only for the Ramakrishnites. Anyone trying to realize God should have that. If you don't have the faith in the existence of the Supreme, either Brahman or Buddha or Jehovah or God or Allah, some. Now, if you are having an anchor on something, it is good that when the tremendous current is coming, your boat will be there. Maybe a little bit of jolting, but you will be saved. So that is why Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna said, all things will go on. How many times we can correct it? Things will be like this only. Swami Vivekananda, at the fag end of his life, he said, it is like the dog's curly tail. So from there, now, faith in the existence of God, and God is supremely powerful, and God can do anything and everything. Can't God appear in the human form? Why not? And after coming down, he said, what should be the quality of a God? In the Bhagavad Gita, in others, they mentioned in this way that the Tantra Shastras, that these are the qualities necessary. And we see each and every, the qualities are there in the life of Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna. And today we find when he is there in the Kashipur, when Kashipur he passed away, and he is meeting the devotees, particularly Master Mahashaya and others, he is revealing himself. He said, under the banyan tree in the Panchavati, I had a vision of a child. Hriday said to me, then a son will soon be born to you. I said, no, it is not. Then the Rakhal came. Why the child? The Son of God means his behavior will be just like him. Usually, the sons, they become almost in their behavioral, in the behavior and their lifestyle, just like his father. This Rakhal Maharaj, who afterwards became famous as Swami Brahmananda, he was a son of a rich man, but he was so simple. And 24 hours he used to go on repeating the name of God. 24 hours. Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna said, when I look at him and I see that his lips are moving, he is repeating the name of God internally, the lips are moving, immediately I remember God and go into Samadhi. That was Swami Brahmanandaji, so pure. And this Brahmanandaji, like the human being, had the jealousy. Whenever you get the attention from someone, if somebody else comes, you think, oh, why should I have to share his attention and love? So jealousy comes. He also developed that jealousy. Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna is praying to the mother. He is a child. He doesn't know. When the other people are coming, he used to go and tell them, no, he is taking rest, you don't go to him now. Don't disturb him. He never wanted the other people should go or come to Sri Ramakrishna. Sri Ramakrishna, noticing it, said, Mother, don't take him away. Because he doesn't know, but any Swami, forget about Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna, any Swami, when they come, they have a mission, they have to complete that. Through them, the Lord is doing that. If other people are disturbing in that way, immediately the God will remove them. So that is the way you can understand. The things are happening so perfectly. When the God wants that this should be done, everything goes perfectly. I was telling some of the devotees, out of emotion, I made the program in this way, that all the Swamis should come on the Friday morning, and then from the Friday evening our program will begin. But nowadays, everywhere, the plane cancellation and so many problems are coming. But will you believe all the Swamis, all the 14 or 15 of them and the 4 Matajis, they flew from different parts of America. Each and every one reached in the right time. There was no problem. Then I planned another ashrama in Detroit, Michigan. A group of Bangladesh Hindus, they were doing. So I was taking another 5 Swamis with me. I purchased the ticket in the afternoon. Only 2 hours gap was there. So we will reach over there at 4:30 and 6:30 will be the program. Everything was set. Then it came to my mind, oh my God, only 2 hours, any time the plane, and that is so natural nowadays. After the pandemic, difficulties in every place, maybe because of the shortage of hands and all. Will you believe our flight, only our flight, it flew in the right time. There was no difficulty. From that hotel, we went to the airport. Many other devotees and the other Swamis, they were waiting to catch their flight, and what happened? It will know it is 3 hours late, and one lady afterwards mentioned it was cancelled. She had to go back to the hotel again, next morning only. But our flight only, and the right time it flew, and right time we reached over there, everything went up right way. That gives the indication, at least I believe in this way, indication that God wants that this should be done. So the ashrama that is going to come up, it is in the Detroit, Warren is the city, because a lady who was born in the Detroit dedicated her whole life for the education of Indian women. Sister Christina, a direct disciple of Swami Vivekananda. People don't know her. At least we should be grateful to her. She dedicated her whole life. An American lady. So I was thinking that and everything came up so well. Will you believe 500 people attended that program? So this way it shows, and the God is telling those things to the devotees so that at least faith can come. Those who are doubting Thomases, they will be doubting all the time. Let them doubt and be happy. But we can understand when he said, one after another things are coming which I saw and the mother showed me is going to come. And it is saying like this on the Monday, January 4, 1886. It was the 14th day of the dark fortnight of the moon. At 4 o'clock in the afternoon, Sri Ramakrishna was sitting in his room. He told him that Ram Chatterjee had come from the Kali temple at Dakshineshwar to inquire about his health. He asked him whether it was now very cold at the temple garden. He is giving the report to the M because M was close by. He used to look after mostly the Sri Ramakrishna. And he used to keep in a contact with the other people. So from the temple office, someone came to inquire about his health. So he mentioned it is Ram Chatterjee. Narendra arrived. Now and then the master looked at him and smiled. The Narendra, he was a rebellious young man, constantly opposing whatever Sri Ramakrishna said. He will be putting the question and asking this and that. And Sri Ramakrishna knew who Narendra is and what he is going to do. So the other people, they used to get, sometimes when he is asking different questions, they say, why you are bothering him? Why don't you accept? Because he is telling it. But the master, Sri Ramakrishna himself, used to say, no, you need not to tell that. Let him understand everything. So he was asking him question, doubting, and again. So he became completely satisfied, and see how it happened. Narendra, by seeing him, he is converted completely, transformed completely, he is ready to take up the flag. Then Sri Ramakrishna is very happy, smiling. It appeared to him that the day Master's love for his beloved disciple was boundless. Master Mahashik, it is his own comment. He indicated to him by a sign that Narendra had wept. Then he remained quiet. Again he indicated Narendra had cried all the way from home. And now crying for God. And a young man and person like Narendra, can you imagine the so strong mind and Vedantic mind, all the time inquiring. But he was feeling that something he is going to lose. So love for Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna, so he started crying. All the way from his home, he came to Dakshineshwar, he cried like that. And when one can cry for God, know for sure he is going to realize God. The love for God is so intense that even you cannot control your emotion, it will come and burst in tears. Sometimes some people out of emotion they cry, it is not like that. It is a cry, the tears of love and joy and happiness. How it is that I have forgotten God. So this is the way the Narendra cried for God. Sri Ramakrishna is very happy. So he is mentioning in that way. No one spoke. Narendra broke the silence. Narendra, I have been thinking of going there today. Master, where? To Dakshineshwar. Now they are in the Kashipur, and Dakshineshwar is the opposite bank of Kashipur, the in between the Ganga flowing. The Dakshineshwar. I intend to light a fire under the bel tree and meditate. Those who have visited the Dakshineshwar, you know, or if you go and see in the book, there is a map. The bel tree under which Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna practiced Tantra, that is the Panchamundi Asana. There is a Tantric. Friends, you should not try that. Don't get emotional with this. Sometimes some people immediately after reading these, they will go and find out some of the skulls and put under, it won't help. This is a process is there. The Panchamundi Asana, Sri Ramakrishna practiced and then he himself threw it in the Ganga. That no one, ordinary people cannot. When Sri Ramakrishna is to practice, and from distance his nephew, he observed that he is going into samadhi and sometimes different miraculous things are happening. So he thought he will go and sit over there and get some miraculous power. And one day secretly when Sri Ramakrishna was not there, he went and sat and he burnt his back. So he jumped over there and then came running. My God, it is burning. No one can sit over there. How could you sit? Sri Ramakrishna told, never ever try to do that. The harm that is going to come to you, you cannot resist it. A terrible thing will happen. So sometimes we do not understand all this power of God. In a miraculous way it comes. The Panchamundi Asana, he after practicing, he threw it, and the power that he generated, they distributed among his disciples. And not only that, whoever will come to Sri Ramakrishna, love Sri Ramakrishna, they accept his ideology, will get that power. So that is the way. Narendra was thinking that he will go light the fire over there, as in traditional way they do, and meditate the whole night. The Narendra told, to Dakshineshwar, I intend to light a fire under the bel tree and meditate. Sri Ramakrishna, no. The authorities of the powder magazine will not allow it. Exactly after that tree, there is a factory. Still it is there. But it is not, I don't think it is working. And their gunpowder they used to prepare, the Britishers. So naturally they won't allow the fire over there. So they won't, you have to take the permission. The Panchavati is a nice place. A little towards the Ganga, there is the 5 trees together. It's a nice place. Many sadhus have practiced japa and meditation. But it is very cold there. The place is dark too. The Sri Ramakrishna is mentioning. Again, for a few moments, all sat in silence. So the way Master Moshe graphically describing, when you are reading and imagining, you are transported to that time. And that's why after reading a page or two, many sadhus, they meditate. They go into that time and the place where Sri Ramakrishna and all these people, we know all of them now. The Master Moshe picture is there, Narendra, Sri Ramakrishna and all others. So we imagine that we are there. So the Narendra is Master to Narendra smiling. Won't you continue your studies? Because he was studying and he was preparing for the law exam, because in those days mostly the aristocratic Bengalis, they used to study law. Now, that was the way by which they used to get little respect from the Britishers. Or otherwise Britishers won't give any respect. But if you know the law, you are attending the court, though the judges are always British, even then, the British, they at least go by law, so the only lawyer. So majority of the people in those days in Bengal, you will find they will go to London and complete their barrister degree and come back. They used to, of course, with get the respect from the Britishers, they were happy. Narendra also was preparing for that, but Sri Ramakrishna never wanted that. Monastic life is a completely different thing. Whether you get a certificate from the university or not, it doesn't matter at all. So he is now inquiring, won't you continue your studies? Now the Narendra, looking at the master and aim, Sri Ramakrishna and aim, I shall feel greatly relieved if I find a medicine that will make me forget all I have studied. Because it's a thoroughly confusion. When you study, and in that conference that we are talking, there in that meeting, naturally Shankaracharya is explaining the Jagat, this world in his own way, Madhvacharya completely different way, and our another in between. All these people are telling, and they're quoting from the scripture. It's so confusing. And after knowing that, if you constantly try to understand what is consciousness, and about the consciousness, so many varieties of theories are there. What is consciousness? And the person who is conscious only talking about the consciousness. But to explain what is consciousness, the scientists are really mad. What is consciousness? Is this conscious? Is that conscious? Now AI is coming. The AI is conscious or not? So this is going on. After that, you don't get the peace. That is the main thing. Some of the devotees, they came, they're excited to talk about the consciousness. You read, study, but don't go too much because the age is almost 75, 80. There is no time left for, now I should understand what is consciousness, then I will go to. Instead, hold on to Vishnu, like the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, and cry. Hold on to Sri Ramakrishna and cry. As he said, Kante paro, in Bengali he said, can you cry for God? As Narendra cried, he was so happy. So the love will well up, and then you will go to the same peace. Narendra, he said that. The elder Gopal, who was also in the room, said, I shall accompany Narendra to go to Dakshineswar. Kalipada Ghosh had brought a box of grapes for Sri Ramakrishna. It lay beside the master. Sri Ramakrishna gave Narendra a few and poured the rest on the floor for the devotees to pick up. Now there is a practice in Bengal, I don't know any other places, that's called Haril Lut. That means you are like a dacoit, you are forcefully taking the prasad. So they will be singing the God's name, and sometimes there's dry type of sweets they'll be throwing, and you have to catch in the air itself, or sometimes it is falling, you have to pick it up. And now if you say, oh my God, picking up from the ground and then without washing they are eating, the health concern, which in the childhood days we also did, and still we are surviving. So health is all right. So anyway, that is called the devotion. You have to eager and forget everything what is happening. You have to jump and to snatch that from others. It is a symbol of love that I like to get from God, the faith of God. I like to get it forcefully. So loot means is almost like the dacoits, they are coming and robbing, like that. So in the Sri Ramakrishna, he threw it on the floor. Of course, that is the very clean floor, and he asked them to pick up. In the evening, Narendra was sitting in a room downstairs, and he was describing to Aim means Master Mahashaya, the yearning of his soul. No one else was there then. Narendra, I was meditating here last Saturday when suddenly I felt a peculiar sensation in my heart. Master Mahashaya, it was the awakening of the Kundalini? Narendra, probably it was. I clearly perceived the Ida and Pingala nerves. Now the yogis, they mention that the two major nerves crossing each other again and again and centering the spinal cord, it's called, one is Ida, another is Pingala. And they carry the blood mainly. And third one is very important, going in through that spinal cord, is called Susumna. If the power, the flow, flowing through the Ida and Pingala, that means you have to come back again. The desire is there. The spirituality will be there, the good work will be there, good thoughts will be there, but still desire is there, so you have to come back again in the life. But if somehow it goes through the Susumna, then you are completely free from all desires. Then probably it was clearly perceived the Ida and Pingala. I asked Hazrat to feel my chest. Yesterday I saw him, meaning the Sri Ramakrishna, upstairs and told him about it. I said to him, all the others have had their realization. Please give me some. All have succeeded. Shall I alone remain unsatisfied? Master Moshe, what did he say to you? Narendra, he said, why don't you settle your family affairs first and then come to me? Because Sri Ramakrishna, he knew that what will happen to Narendra. But in the meantime, the problems were slowly creeping up in his family. His father was a very broad-minded person. And as was the tradition of the joint families, whatever the members of the family are earning should go to the head of the family. It is still there in the practices. And the junior brother and the second brother and all, whoever is, whatever they are earning, they will come and give it to the head of the family. Sometimes the grandfather, sometimes the father or the uncle, like that. In Narendranath's case, it was the uncle. And he was the father's uncle, so obviously the grandfather. So they used to give the money to him and expecting that he will distribute it among other members of the family. And Narendra's father was the main bread earner, and he used to get a lot of money, and all money he used to give it to them, thinking that they will give money to purchasing new clothes for the family members. Even in our lifetime, we have seen the huge that will come, and then you have to choose from there. Not that all will go to the shop and then purchase. Shop used to come to our house, then they used to spread over there, and the ladies mainly, they will be picking up these, the 2-3 days, there will be the market inside, and then we had no choice, you have to pick up one pant and shirt, that much in the puja time. And all the same type of color and so like that. So, but his uncle kept that money. And when the Narendra's father suddenly passed away, he denied to give them. Not only that, he never purchased new clothes for Narendra's mother. Narendra's mother, out of shyness, couldn't tell it to her husband, Narendra's father, because he may think that you are complaining. That's why she kept quiet, and almost the very old clothes she used to use, though his father was so rich. So that was the condition of the family. But her mother was a very righteous lady, and she used to practice meditation, and she was highly educated. Her father, Narendra's, the grandfather from the mother's side, kept the European lady to teach English to his daughter. Narendra's mother knew English. In those days, the girls never went to the school, but Narendra's mother was very educated. And Narendra learned many things from his mother, Bhuvaneshwari Devi, father Vishwanath Datta. And this father didn't care, didn't in that way. And naturally, afterwards, suddenly, when his father died, then that grandfather told, you people have no right to stay over here, whole property belongs to us. Now they were in nowhere. Narendra had to go to the High Court because he was very intelligent. Immediately he himself used to explain the law. Every day he used to go to the Calcutta High Court and explain like that, because his brothers were young and the sisters and the mother, where they will go. And a time was there when they were really, literally, no food. And they were so hungry. Narendra came and found that little food they have collected and they have sat to eat, and he thought, if I join, the one portion will be less from the little that they have collected. And he lied and he said, oh, I went to my friend's house, they have fed me, so I am not hungry. Next day morning when he went out, he was feeling so tired and weak that he almost fainted on an open veranda, or the roadside veranda. If you go to Calcutta, it's a warm city, so naturally you will find the warm open verandas. People used to sit over there. Sometimes night time, the night guards, they used to sleep there. So he fell over there. Because of the rain only he got the consciousness back. That was the condition. They were so hungry. 2-3 days they didn't get the food. And somehow here. So Sri Ramakrishna said, settle thing and then come. And Sri Ramakrishna was praying to the Divine Mother. So why don't you settle your family affair first and then come to me? You will get everything, he said. You will get everything. What do you want? I replied, Narendranath mentioning, it is my desire to remain absorbed in samadhi continuously for 3 or 4 days, only once in a while coming down to the sense plane to eat a little food. Thereupon he said to me, you are a very small-minded person. There is a state higher than that. All that exists are thou. It is you who sing that song. That is called Vedanta. Now, if we read these pages of the Gospel, we get complete idea of the Vedanta. Of course, the complicated way when the analyst, sometimes they're explaining, and different type of modern scientists and European philosophers, that is a different thing. For your intellectual, the way it is okay. But very simple thing is this, all that exists are thou. That is the highest Vedanta. Then obviously, why meditate and go over there and remain over there? Can't you see God outside? Yes, he always says that after coming down from samadhi, one sees that it is God himself who has become the universe, the living beings, and all that exist. The Ishvara Koti alone can attain that state. An ordinary man can at the most attain samadhi, but he cannot come down from that state. The different level of experiences. So sometimes some people who are very pure, so they can retain, but you are just you are clean, you are pure, you realize God, and then there it ends. You don't have that light or power to transmit it to others. You are lighted that much. You know that Narada, he himself was such a pure person. So he was not understanding that. So he went to the Lord, he was so close to the Lord and said, Lord, what is the effect of sadhu sangha, the holy company? What is that effect? Then the Lord said, the story goes like that. So see that there is a bird sitting over there, you go and ask him. The Narada went and asked the bird, hey, do you have any idea what is sadhu sangha? The bird looked at him and immediately died. Narada, oh my God. I came, he saw me and died, and he was hesitant. He came to the Lord and said, Lord, what happened? He said, no, I don't know why he died. I asked this question. He looked at me and died. I said, okay, don't worry. So go over there. A cow has given a calf. Go and ask that cow. And he went to the cow, the newborn calf. The moment he asked the cow, hey, what is that? Lord said that you know what is the effect of sadhu seva, a sadhu company, holy company. My God, the calf looked at the Narada, immediately died. And now Narada was very much afraid. He said, Lord, what is happening? I go and meet these people and they are dying. And what is this? Then don't worry, that I will take care of it. Nobody will complain. You better go and visit about the king. King newborn baby, you must bless him. No, I won't go because I went to the bird and it died. I went to the calf and it died. And if I go over there and if that baby dies, then king will kill me. These people couldn't do anything, but the king will. No, I am assuring you, nothing will happen. You go to that. And he went, he saw that newborn baby, and he asked that baby, hey, what is that sadhu sangha? What is the effect of sadhu sangha? Lord said, but don't die, please, because I'm not, I'm not asking anything. If you don't know, no problem, but don't die. The baby then said in the wonderful way, they said, don't you recognize me? I was the bird and was having a very worthless life. The moment you came near me, because of your presence, I immediately became an animal, and that calf was I. And you very kindly again came to me. Just by seeing you and having your company, I have got the life of a human being, and not only ordinary human being. I am the prince of this country. It is because of the Sadhu Sangha. And Narada came back and told, he's telling like that, you are that sadhu. As because you are not having any desire except love for God, your company is a holy company. Those who are having the love for God, they are not, they are purely unselfish and not having any ego, so they are sadhu. That's why the previously in ancient time, in some of the places also again still they practice, instead of clapping, clapping is the European style, whistling, clapping is to appreciate something, that is the European style, but the Indian style is to shout sadhu, sadhu. Sadhu is the great honor, sadhu. Mostly it was the religious thing, even the songs, the dances, any presentation, cultural presentation, all religion. So the sadhu, sadhu, the sadhu sangha. This is it says that if you have that, thou will get song. Master Mashi, yes, he always says that Ishwar Kuti alone can come back. Narendra, he, the master, said, settle your family affairs and then come to me. You will attain a state higher than samadhi. I went home this morning. My people scolded me, saying, why do you wander about like a vagabond? Your law examination is near at hand. You are not paying any attention to your studies. You wander about aimlessly. And Master Masha, did your mother say anything? Narendra, no. She was very eager to feed me. She gave me different food. I ate a little, though I didn't feel like eating. The Master Masha. And then Narendra, I went to my study at my grandmother's. Narendra's too, very close to their father's house was the grandmother's house. Narendra used to love his grandmother. And the old lady, she was full of love. He used to go and he had a room for himself. That is the reason he used to go over there. And in our country, to get a room for yourself is a great thing. You have to share it with other brothers and sisters. Now he got a good room on the top floor, so he went to go over there. As I tried to read, I was seized with a great fear, as if studying were a terrible thing. My heart struggled within me. I burst into tears. I never wept so bitterly in my life. I left my books and ran away. I ran along the streets. My shoes slipped from my feet. I didn't know where. I ran past a haystack and got hay all over me. I kept on running along the road of Kashipur. Narendra remained silent a few minutes and then resumed. Since reading the Viveka Chudamani, I have felt very much depressed. In it, Shankara says that only through great tapasya and good fortune does one acquire these three things: a human birth, the desire for liberation, and refuge within a great soul. I said to myself, I have surely gained all these three. As a result of great tapasya, I have been born a human being. Through great tapasya again, I have the desire for liberation, and through great tapasya, I have secured the companionship of such a great soul, Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna. In the Vivek Chudamani, that is the basic book of the Advaita philosophy. Those who like to study Advaita, they must first go through these base books, like the Viveka Chudamani, etc. And it says in a very poetical way that this world is burning. And a man who feels that everything is burning, and naturally, when the wildfire, what the animals they do, birds they do, they run for their life. They forget everything. They run for their life. Similarly, Durvara samsara davagni taptam dodhuvamanam duradrishtavatai bhitam prapannam paripahi mrittu. And they see the death as chasing him as if, and they go on running out of that. So those who like to become real monastics, monk for the realization of God, if they think, oh, I have to have some money to give it to this and then put over here, and they cannot become monk. So this is the idea. Narendra is explaining. Now he became a great monk and the ideal of so many thousands of people, inspiration of so many. The whole India is, forget about any section of people, any religious, any linguistic group, all they love Vivekananda because he is the inspiration. And he got that inspiration from the Supreme Lord. The human birth, desire to be liberation, to get liberation, and a real guru. That is a challenging. So many people, in so many ways, they are attracting us because the marketing nowadays. So obviously one has to be very, very, it is not only today. In the days of the Mahabharata, there also we find the words like the dharma vyapari. Vyapari means the businessman. They use the religion for just earning money. So one should be very, very careful. But one pure soul is Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna. He has only love and nothing else. Thank you, friends. You will study from the next page again next Wednesday.
Vidyut Babu has a two-part question. First question is, although a person who has sufficient amount of good karma for getting liberation, can the soul return to the world to help others?
If you want, say that if you want that I should, as a pure soul, and then he himself can get the liberation. But if he wants to come back, he can come back. You know, one of our the very famous president, Srimad Swami Ranganathananda ji Maharaj, I heard someone asked him, Maharaj, now this is the last birth and you will be liberated. But he said, I don't want liberation. I like to come back again and join as a brahmachari in the Ramakrishna mission, again study Vedanta, again go out to help people. I like to be a soldier of Swami Vivekananda and like to spread the Vedanta and Vivekananda's work all over. So I like to come back again. This is a great soul. They don't want their own mukti. They want to help others. So like this, if you want and if you feel, you can come back.
Second part question, Arjuna was capable and lucky enough that he could realize the God. Can we be like him? We have no quality, we can only cry.
Oh, that is a great quality, you know. If you can truly cry for God, truly. Just, you know, in the movie you will see the people are crying profusely. When they ask them, they are actually applying something. So, lot of, it is not like the cry. And one actor, I think, he was showing, what is there to cry? Oh, that very famous actor, I have forgotten the name, from the Maharashtra. He was showing another person, hey, why can't you cry? No, it's not coming, what to do? And he said, you can't cry. See, now I'm crying. Oh, he started crying immediately. So it is not like that. You're truly, genuinely crying like a baby who feels for the mother. The mother is not around. And how helpless the baby feels. Other people are there, but their touches, baby can understand, it is not my mother. And the cry for the mother. So similarly, if we really feel, oh, God is not here, Other people are there to take care, but no, I don't want them. I want God. Then the tears will come, and know it for sure. You will realize God, because it is not my word. Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna, he said when someone asked how to realize God, and his answer was, read Vedanta, go and practice, nothing like that. He said, can you cry? Cry for God, you will realize God. Thank you.
A3 is asking, for ordinary people who are very emotional, emotion can help them to move forward on the path of bhakti, but also it can act as an obstacle. How to spiritualize the emotion?
Oh, that is a very good question, because that is true. Out of emotion, you are moving means you will. So that's why knowledge is also necessary. Why I am feeling like this? As because I like it? As because I like him or her or it or so? No, that means the problem is there. But I like them because I see God in them. And sometimes you will see that some of the devotees, they are liking only one Swami, and they, they will bring the sweets for that Swami. Is he there? Well, no. Okay, but what about the sweets? What about the sweets? Then she, no, he is not there. You don't give. I- it is not. No, they don't do that. I am just. The sometimes it happens. You should not. I love that Swami because of the ideology. Once, the Narendranath and Baban, our other Swamis, they used to come to Sri Ramakrishna, that young boys. Then someone told, you love Narendra and others because they are from the aristocratic families. Then Sri Ramakrishna, so simple, he said, is it? Do I love them because of their family background? He went to the mother, Ma Kali, and asked, Mother, is it like that? The mother said, no. You see purity in them, Narayana in them, so you love them. He was greatly relieved and came back. I am not going to listen to you. I love them because I see the Narayana in them. That is the way. If we see that Narayana and then go and help and love, then there is no bondage. But if I feel attraction and then I go and do serve, that is the bondage. So I have seen nearly 15 or 16 Swamis are sitting. One Swami is a very charismatic, and it happens always. Then, and one lady brought Rasagalla and other, two, three he is giving to that Swami. And naturally, in the counting it is less, but she won't give to others. That is not good. So it is the ideology that you should love. And I will conclude. Swami Vivekananda once, he was giving the class to his devotees, his disciples. And he told them, hey, suppose I become immoral someday. How many of you will follow me? Then almost all raised their hands. Only one young boy, he didn't do that. Swamiji used to call him as Gupta. He was then the station master of Hathras. Hathras in UP, he was the station master. Sadananda afterwards his name. So he was quietly sitting. Swamiji told him, hey, you are my first disciple and I carried your shoe for you. When they were walking, that young boy, he has no, so he could not walk with the shoes. Swamiji carried his shoes. So I did so much for you and you won't follow me. He said, sir, I follow you because of your ideology and not for the person. And if you are fall from that, if there is no morality in your character, then I won't follow you. Swamiji liked that. Follow the ideology, not the person. If you follow the person, it becomes a cult. But if you follow the ideology, it becomes a philosophy. And if you follow the philosophy, you gain. But follow the cult, you die. Thank you.
There is a YouTube user SM. He's saying God is ultimate happiness and everlasting. God is everything, including this world. Then why in this world there is so much suffering and temporary? Shouldn't this world also be happiness and real?
Actually, it is. But the thing is, this question was asked to Sri Ramakrishna, and when he was explaining everything is God, then someone told, if that is, why he is giving us so much pain, suffering? He said, who are you? You are also God. But now, because you think that you are separate from God, you are suffering. Now, sometimes in the colleges, in the offices, they have the cultural team, the drama. Now the office boss is acting as a servant, and the peon is acting as the office boss. Suppose in the drama, and they both know that after a few days, a few hours, when the drama will be over, I will be back to the boss, and he will come down. But when they are doing that, the suffering and all that, if they take it seriously, then it is a suffering. But they know I am just acting, so there is no suffering. That is called knowledge. Knowledge of oneness. We are all one. But I have been given this body and name and form, and so that I enact in this way, I am enacting. Some people are very good in this way, some people are very good in that way. God has given me this much to do, I will do that. That's why. In a school, one teacher, all through his life, wanted to do some in the drama to enact, but never they accepted. He was a Sanskrit teacher, so you can understand the Sanskrit teacher is like. Then he told, see, next year I am going to be retired and my life dream to enact. So I requested another teacher who was organizing, please give him something. So the Afzal Khan and Shivaji Maharaj, and that was the main drama. The group of Afzal Khan and group of Shivaji, and there was a fighting going on. His only thing was to carry a flag and shout that Jai Ma Bhavani, like that. Then he should cross from this side to that side and come to there. And you know that the special effect of light, and at the back there will be some music, and to make it more realistic, the teacher, he kept some of the what's called that, at the time of Kali Puja they burned that type of bombs were there. So, and he was excited. Then someone told, this is your time, go. And the effect of the light and the sound. And in the meantime, suddenly he was not aware, the bomb blasted, and he forgot his that one line, Jai Ma Bhavani. He said, Jai Ma Shivaji, Jai Ma Shivaji. He crossed that. And all the students liked it very much. It was sad, you must perform that once again. So, like that, the life drama is like this. So sometimes we are forgetting, and we are having like this. So don't take it so seriously. Pray to God and say, God, please show me what actually this life is. If you truly pray, God one day will surely show you. Thank you.
YouTube user KI is asking, can a holy book take the place of a sadhu, and reading such a book, can it be called sadhu sangha?
Oh yes, oh yes, oh yes. This book that we are reading, the Gospel of Sri Ramakrishna, that has been translated into almost, originally it is in Bengali, but almost translated in all the languages. So pick up any language, any book, and you will feel, first reading is just nothing, but second, third, new deep meaning will come to you, and that will guide you. In every time, any problem, you will get the answer from this book. That is it is not sadhu sangha, devata sangha. It's the company of the God himself. Thank you.
Samir Kumar Dey is asking, listening to your speech gives me encouragement to lead a simple life and pursue a spiritual line of seeking blessing from the Almighty. What more should I pursue?
Oh, no, no. That is, I'm really very thankful to you that at least my words can inspire you. But the inspiration you should have to continue and sincerely you have to do. Make a routine. Whatever happens, these are the routine I must follow. Getting up at the right time, and then after ablution, take the name of God and do some other work, whatever duties. Then in the evening time also, read in between at least 1 or 2 pages of the book. And if you have nearby any ashrama, go over there. sit in the corner of the temple and pray to God with tearful eyes. And slowly, slowly, you will find everything is becoming favorable to you. God will send proper people to guide you, to help you. You will get the good company. At the end of our life, you will find you are completely satisfied, not at all afraid of death. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you, friends. Let us complete this. Niranjanam nityam anantarupam bhaktanukampa dhrita vigraham vai Ishavataram parameshamidhyam tam Ramakrishnam shirasa namamaha. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Tat Sat Sri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu.